it's Oscar from the Three-Peat podcast. Here back with our second podcast, actually. Here with the homie Edwin.
Yo.
And we're actually here with one of our other homies. His name is Jonathan. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm Jonathan Gomez. I'm 22 years old. I'm from the south side of Chicago and just here vibing and chilling with y'all,
Yes, sir.
Like, well, shit, bro. Let them know like what you're into, bro. Like, what you be up to nowadays.
Shit, honestly, right now I'm busy at work, so I've just been working a lot. But when I'm free, I've been into sports betting. I'm into sneakers. I'm into sneakers. Chilling with my friends and chilling with my girl,
Oh, word. How long you been with your girl for so far?
Shit, a year and 6 months actually, man.
Oh,
yeah, that's my girl right there.
Yo, wifed up. All that shit.
Chill.
Yo, we gotta get on that, Oscar. We gotta get wifed
Hey,
up,
bro.
That's the way to be right now.
I'm not good, man.
And winter's coming, so you're gonna be inside all the
It's
time.
cuddle season right now, man.
It is cuddle season.
Hit up the Netflix. Bro.
Hey, just because it's cuddle season don't mean you gotta cuff somebody.
Hey, yo, y'all think it's fucked up if you're with your girl, but you're using your ex's Netflix? Is that fucked up?
Shit,
That's
if
a
it's
good
free,
question.
if it's free, man, you shouldn't worry about it,
Because whole time she could have just changed the password if she really wanted to, So
Yeah.
So it's a vibe, I'm not complaining.
It's debatable.
If that happens to anybody.
Hey, you got your own profile on there though, so I think it's all good.
And if it's free, man, your girl shouldn't be worrying about it, man.
I swear to God.
It's funny. So tell them a little bit how you met us. How'd you meet us?
Well, I met Oscar working at Adidas. Actually, I was working there for like a couple of years, and then Oscar came in as a seasonal position, and
Yes, sir.
just worked his way up, and
One
then
of the worst workers, probably.
Nah, that's
I was kidding, man.
I was a dog.
And then with Edwin, we kind of we met in high school. Well, we knew each other. We weren't really friends, but we knew each other. We knew who we were,
Right.
But there was a rumor going around that Edwin didn't like me because I was good friends with his ex-girlfriend, so
That's cat, bro.
I don't know, man. That was the word around the school, but actually what's pretty funny is that like me and Edwin actually first met when we went on a double date to the movies with our ex-girlfriends back in like
Bro, we were young as fuck, bro. Like, didn't know what the fuck we were doing and shit.
Getting dropped off by the parents and shit.
Right, talking about, I'll be back at 8, right, to pick you up and shit. So tell me why, like, the girl that I was speaking to at the time, she's all like, oh yeah, like my best friend wants to double date with her mans, and like he goes to your school. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, what's his name? And like, oh, his name's Jonathan. And she's like, he says he has you in the class. So I'm just like, man, I've never seen that man before anywhere. I'm like, who is this guy, right? I'm like, what class does he have me in? So of course this man had me in band, right? And band has like at least like 50 motherfuckers in it.
Exactly.
So it's like, and I'm just like a freshman, so I'm just on my own shit, just looking straight at the teacher and shit, not looking around and shit. So so we ended up linking up at the Ridge right there, the AMC at the Ridge, bro.
Yes, sir. Iconic.
A lot of memories.
Iconic, yo.
So we linked there, and I met him, and cool dude and shit. And then like I think literally like we went on a school day. So then it was like the next day, and then I ended up looking around for this man. And of course, I seen this man right there, shit, sitting down. And I don't know if this was the time, but I remember he had torn his ACL or something like that.
Oh.
So like whenever I would see this man, he would always be in crutches and shit.
How'd you tear it?
I was playing during the summer with, like at one of those Sunday leagues at Marquette, those bogus ass leagues.
Swear to
And some guy like ran into me, and we like collided knees, and I went down, and then I was gonna go to the hospital, but then my dad took me to like the lady
Quesoba?
So before I went into her house, I couldn't walk, but like right after like she did the shocks and all that shit on me, like
You're good.
I was able to walk out
Jumping
her
up
house
and
like
down,
nothing. But yeah.
No. So you were in crutches and stuff, or?
No, yeah. I actually tore my ACL and my meniscus at the same time. So
Shit, bro.
I tore my ACL before it was cool,
Before it was cool.
He was on that Derrick Rose shit,
Before
bro.
D-Rose.
was
Fuck you
on that.
mean. Fuck you
Yeah,
mean.
and then my whole freshman year I was in crutches, and shit, I was getting out of class like 5 minutes early, so I didn't mind that at all.
Just to go into the lunchroom and shit and talk to everybody, and then go right back to class. All that. But today the first topic we have is actually we're gonna be talking about house parties. So What's up, Oscar? What kind of house parties you were to when you were young, or I don't know if you still go to those anymore.
I don't know, bro. So I think what everybody had, I don't know about everybody, but at least at my school, everybody was doing like those juke parties and shit at like 6th grade, because we used to have like dances at this like local park. So the park would partner up with the school,
right?
And we would just do like dances, pretty much like a Halloween dance, the Valentine's dance and shit. So, bro, yeah, it was like 6th, 7th grade. Everybody's like juking and shit. Like, bro, young as fuck, not even know what the fuck we doing.
Motherfuckers did not know what their body was doing. But
nothing,
still there.
Bro. But I mean, there was always that group of like kids that were just like running up and down like the gym, because it was inside of a big ass gym.
Right.
So it was a bunch of just motherfuckers just running up and down the gym and shit. You see that, right?
I definitely see that.
You can kind of envision that shit, but It was okay. It was like $20 or some shit to get in. You could do a lot with 20, but
that's a fact.
But we were going on dancing and shit. All the cool kids were like in a huddle and shit, just talking their shit. Yeah, but there was other. Once I got into high school, house parties were just like chilling in like a basement. With just music and shit. Everybody got like a shorty next to them. They're just talking, chopping it up with the shorty, like seeing what the word is. But I don't know. I know you guys had like, you guys went to Carrier, both of you guys, right?
Right, yeah.
You guys had like the banda and shit.
Nah, bro. Yeah, we had all types of house parties. Honestly, like, you know, some of them would bring banda, other than would just like DJ, like fucking people on the aux. But you know, going back to what you say about like paying for parties. I mean, me personally, bro, I've always been the person where it's like, I would never pay to go into a party.
And you just know somebody type shit?
It's either I know somebody and like I know like whose house it is or like who's throwing the party, and like they just let me in for free, or I just wouldn't go, because like for me personally, like me just saying like I need to pay to have fun, I'd be like I just stay my ass at the crib, bro. I have fun for free at the crib, bro. How about you guys? You guys ever paid like hella for a party or something?
Nah, honestly, whatever the charge was, that's what I was paying. You know, I wasn't paying any more just to get into a house party. You know,
I don't think I've ever paid. Like the house parties that we would do, they were like people that I knew, so I kind of never paid. There was like other shit, like bigger house parties, but it was just like a group of like just people that I didn't really like talk to in high school, so I wouldn't even like bother showing up. You feel me?
Right? Yeah.
So those were the house parties that you like had to pay for, but I was like, nah, like I'm not paying for shit. Like I'm chilling at the crib, or like we would just like have get-togethers and shit, like 5-6 of us, like we do nowadays. You feel me?
Right,
but back then, so we were kind of just like talking about other shit. But yeah, never paid for a house party. It was kind of just like at a homie's crib or some shit like that. What about you?
I feel like the things like when we were in high school, like about house parties, is that they were kind of dope because we kind of knew everyone that was there, you know?
Yeah.
Like we either knew them like from going to school with them, or like they were like a friend's friend. So it's kind of like the environment was kind of dope, you know? Like I know everyone here, so I kind of feel comfortable and shit, which is what I liked about going to house parties when we were in high school and shit.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, like at Curie, there was 2 different house parties. Like you either had like the paisas who throwing like the bandas and like the bands and all that, and then you have the people who are actually throwing the house party with the DJ and someone on the aux. Like, you know, it's 2 different vibes, but they're both still there. You're 2 type of friends, you know, so you were still just vibing.
Right.
You know?
I feel like you could still have fun at both, you know. Even if you didn't fuck with like one heavier than the other, like you could still have some type of fun at least, you know. It was definitely there.
I like going to house parties. Do you guys still go now? Like, have you ever like heard of one going around? And
The thing that I hear about going a lot now is like people that are like already like way older going to like high school house parties, and I don't know how I feel about that, because that couldn't be me, honestly. I mean, me personally, like being grown as hell and going like to a party with like, you know, a lot of people that are younger, it's just like, what are you even doing there to begin with?
Yeah, I don't think you're trying to like meet new people at this point.
Right, exactly.
I feel like
you should already have like your established like, people that you hang out with. So it's like there's really no point.
Exactly. Like we'll go to a homie's crib and it'll be like all of us like, yo, slide. But we already have a group chat, so like nobody else gets invited. You feel me?
Another thing that would happen a lot at house parties is like I remember they would get raided. I don't know
Oh,
if you guys
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that shit.
Yes, sir.
Like when the
Yes,
cops would
sir.
come in with the fucking flashlights, like being assholes. But I mean, I've never been to a party where like the cops chase you. I've heard people say that where like they're chasing people out. Like they just be like get out and like dead. But so that, I mean, for the most part, they're I guess kind of cool because they didn't arrest anybody. At least to the parties that I've been to.
I like the one that we did for his birthday. Where was that one at? It was right across the street
it
from.
It was on 26th Street, like right across that street, right across that one park.
Petrosky
Park.
Petrosky,
yeah.
That one was wild, yo.
But yeah, there was a lot of people that I didn't even know who were there. Like I was already drunk by like 10 o'clock, so I do not remember that night.
I feel like that's how everyone should be at least at their birthday.
Yeah,
they should be able to like black out and have people taking care of them.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
it's their one day, you know, like
yeah,
as much fun as you can.
All the homies pull up, like they know to take care of you, like they already know that.
Nah, but I feel like, you know, obviously as we got older, like we kind of left like the whole like house party stuff aside, and then I feel like that's when we actually started getting into like going to clubs, you know, like little ratchet clubs or like bars and all that. I feel like if anyone knows about clubs, it's gonna be Jonathan right here. Talk to us about that.
Well, I've been using a fake since I was like 18. My first spot that I went to was Studio Paris actually, but RIP to them, you know, they're no longer around.
Down.
Sure.
Shout out to the homies who would get me in there. They know who they are, you know.
Well, the thing about this guy, this man had a whole ass beard in sophomore year, so of course his man looked old already, you know. Even with a fake ID, they would
glimpse at that shit.
Right, all right, he's good.
The crazy thing is when I was a freshman, there was actually a girl who was walking around, like she looked like she was lost, and she pulled me to the side. She's like, "Are you a senior?" I was like, "Nah, like I'm a freshman. I'm new to the school as much as you are. Like right. I do not know what's going on, you know." But yeah, I was always able to get away with it. But I really didn't go too hard on my 21st birthday, you know, because I was really used to the scene, you know.
The scene.
Yeah, yo. Speaking about 21st birthday, so for my 21st birthday, actually, the first club I went to was the Apartment. Obviously, I went with Jonathan, bro.
Obviously.
Yo, but you know that club, like it's pretty ratchet to say the least, but you can always have a fun time there. It's definitely like the vibe is there. You know, we would only go on Thursdays. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Thursdays is reggaeton night, so that's when they'd be playing all the bangers, you know, like all the Mexican music. So it'd be getting lit there, bro, dead ass. But nah, yeah. So, bro, I remember there was like a time in space, bro, when me and this man would go every Thursday.
I remember that.
Not miss a Thursday.
Like 3 months straight. 3 months straight, we were there.
And the thing with that, bro, is like we were scheduled for a haircut on Wednesday. Go to there on Thursday, bro.
You guys had that shit set up.
No, but the fucked up part was that we both would work like on Fridays sometimes. And I'm talking about like 8 a.m. like or like just had to be at work, bro. So sometimes we'd be at work like hungover and fucked up. Like sometimes I swear to God, I would show up still drunk sometimes, bro. Like still had that fucking apartment in me.
Yeah, y'all would hit me up and shit to go, but I'm like, nah. Like even till now, I feel like that's not my scene. But it's a good ass time, especially when like we go for like one of your birthdays or some shit like that.
Yeah, because everybody shows up.
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody definitely pulls up. But
and like one thing about the Apartment that everyone knows about is the stage. So basically, if there's literally a stage at the Apartment, and like if you're on the stage, everyone can see you. So I remember we used to go like 15 deep, 20 deep, and like the whole stage would just be filled with people that we knew, bro. And we just have that shit turned up. Like everyone would be looking at us like, damn, like they're up there vibing and wilding and shit, bro. Yeah, it was a good ass time, bro.
We'd be on the side, and then when they play that one banger, like everybody
gotta run up to it, bro.
Everybody got to rush up.
I feel like we kind of had like a schedule because I believe like from 9 to 10, it's like $1 drinks.
Yeah.
And then so you know we obviously try to like make the best out of that, get hella drinks in us, start feeling lit, and then once they play that one good ass song, everyone just runs up to the stage.
Honestly, after that hour of just drinking, like I would not drink for the rest of the night because it would get too packed, and like it would get to the point where like you didn't want to go to the bar because you were just too lit on stage.
Or to the bathroom, bro.
Yeah.
That shit used to get ridiculous.
I swear to God, but I remember it got to a point, bro, when we'd walk into the apartment and the bouncers would be like, they wouldn't even check Jonathan's ID. They'd be like, bro, I see you here every week. Just get inside, bro. Like, get out of here.
That's sad. That's sad, but true, man.
Bro.
Sad, but true.
And then also, bro, I remember like this man would pay like $20 for like 10 rounds or like 10 shots of like something, bro. Like he knew the bartenders and stuff, so it was always a dope time going with Jonathan,
definitely.
bro. This man knew everybody. So it was always.
Hey, what can I say, man? I'm a good time, you know. I'm a good time.
It's a fact, yo.
Man, going down those stairs though after you're like a long ass night.
After the long ass night, bro.
God damn.
You definitely see people tripping and shit, bro.
Oh yeah, you gotta hold on to the side railing like with two hands, bro. Like you cannot let go.
The amount of girls I've seen fall down those stairs, man. I can't even count that on my fingers, man. I'm telling you right now.
And then, like, obviously, like, the night wouldn't end after the apartment. The apartment ends, like, at 1 a.m., I believe. So, like, right next door there's a club. It's called Bamboo. And I feel like it's definitely, like, the best of both worlds because they play, like, hip-hop there. They play, like, bangers there, you know, like, music that we all listen to. So that would be the spot to go to, like, right next door. And we'd be there until, like, 3 to 4 a.m., bro.
The one day that I was gonna go there was when.
It was for my birthday, actually.
Yeah, it was for his birthday, and we got in. We paid. We paid.
Yeah, you and me both.
And we went in there, and our homie's like, "Yo,
our ride,
our ride." He's like, "Yo, like, come outside. Like, I'm leaving." I was like, "Bro, we literally just paid.
Paid." And if you guys don't know, on good nights it's $10, but like every other night it's a dub to get in.
Yeah,
a dub that you want to make worth it.
No,
so
hey,
when you're in that joint, bro.
That day, that bartender was tweaking on us because he's like, "Oh, it's 20 a person." And I literally gave him a
the
dub.
security guard?
Yeah, I gave him a dub, and I was like, "Look, bro, like we work for Adidas. Like if you ever need anything, just let me know.
I remember
like
that. And
I'm always here."
Low key, I just feel like he was just fed up with our shit, and he's like,
"Yeah, bro, yeah, we came in there fucked up from
that's a fact.
apartment."
But
I don't remember that night, actually. I know that was my birthday, but yeah, I really do not remember anything that night.
No. I was saying how we went in there, we paid, and then our homies like our ride was like, "Yo, like come out, like I'm a dip, so come." And I was like, "Bro, I literally just paid, and I just got in here, like chill.
Like, we're not about to leave and shit."
Yeah, I was like, "Bro, come in here, like it's only like $20."
Right.
And he's like, "Nah, like I'm not trying to pay no $20." and then he's like, "Come outside." And I was like, "All right." And then I pulled him, and I was like, "Yo, like we gotta go, whatever." We get out, and he's like, "I'm at Insomnia Cookies. You want a cookie?" I'm like, "Bro, like you're paying a whole
blown,
fucking
I didn't
like."
even want to eat.
He's paying like a whole $20 for cookies when he could have just came in that bitch and we could have had a good ass time. You feel me?
No, but the thing I liked about like when we and Jonathan would go to the apartment was that it was filled with people that we didn't know. It was like a different crowd when we first started going. Because like a lot of people knew of it, but obviously like people didn't have like fakes at that time.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like a different vibe for us, and I'm happy that we got to experience that. But then like towards the end, you know, like obviously like months after, like hella people from like our high school or like just people that we knew in general, they started getting like fakes or like they knew some way to get in, and so it ended up being like when you go to the apartment, bro, you're gonna see like hella people that you know. Like you'll run into like someone that you haven't seen in years. Like you'll see them there. It was like that type of spot after a while.
Yeah,
which was dope. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, we were kind of there for like I guess like the good times, you know, like before it was like so hype.
Yeah, so Jeff, y'all trying to go to an apartment, make sure y'all ain't cheating on your girls, your mans, because
you'll get spotted right away.
You'll get caught up real quick, you know.
Right there,
or you'll
bro.
get a message in the morning like, "Yo, was my girl at the apartment?" That's happened to all of us, bro, countless times, bro. Like, I saw you on someone's Snapchat story. I know you saw what she was doing, and we're just like, yo, we didn't see nothing, bro.
I ain't saying a damn thing. I don't know anything.
Nothing.
So like, what other like besides the apartment, like what other clubs have you guys been to, or like places you guys have been to in Chicago? You know.
For me, low key, like I think the apartment was like the only club that I went to.
Right.
I know we had like Adidas event at that one place. What was it called?
Chop Shop.
No, well that one, but there was
Barber?
No, not Blind Barber. Well, that one was low-key pretty cool because we had our homies DJing there. It was another one where it was like the color one. It was like a yellow section, a blue section.
I know what he's talking about. It was for like I forgot what event that was, but I do remember that.
It was the Addy Color event.
Yeah,
the Addy Color event.
Yeah,
that was a place where I was like, oh, like this is kind of like a club because like there's hella music, there's hella people here, shit just dancing. But yeah, the apartment I feel like was the only spot that I had been to. Like I was saying earlier, like the clubbing thing really isn't my thing. But I mean, like I said, if it's a homie's birthday or something, like we're pulling up deep.
I also kind of felt like it wasn't my thing at first.
Yeah.
But then like once you're there, bro, and you get a few drinks in you, it becomes a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, but back to that Addy Color event. I remember we were underage at that time, so we didn't get any drinks. So it was dope, like seeing like you know a bunch of people and like the music, but we weren't even like lit or anything. We were just kind of just there hanging.
Yeah, we were. They were playing some bangers though.
No, they definitely were.
There was another event that we went to, and I don't know if you were there, but it was for Modern Variety with Hennessy. Bro, we were like 19, and we all got like drinks and shit. And we went. There was a downstairs and an upstairs. Yeah, there was a downstairs and an upstairs, and we went upstairs with our drinks and shit. But we were the ones handing out like the bands, like who could drink and who can't drink.
Okay.
So we would like check your ID.
I remember that.
We were like 19, bro, checking IDs and shit.
Swear to God.
And so we
not
grabbed
know any better.
Yeah, we grabbed a bunch of like the rubber bands and shit, and we just slapped them on ourselves, and we went in that bitch and got like hella drinks. And then we go upstairs, and the security guard's like, he saw us with the drinks, I guess, and he followed us for like a good like 5 minutes, and then he stopped us. He's like, "Yo, like, you either gotta put those drinks down or like you gotta get the fuck out, cause like you're not 21."
Right.
And we're like, "Well," we're like, "Yeah, we are." He's like, "Nah, like I saw you earlier. You were setting up." I was like, "Shit, can't fucking drink in peace over here, man." 19 years old.
That was that Top Shop one. The Chop Shop one that I was telling you about.
That's
earlier.
the one. Yeah.
I feel like another popular spot that we've all been to was Mo's Cantina.
Oh yeah,
and
hell
I think
yeah.
like I've never been there during the nighttime, but we went for brunch and it was definitely an experience.
Brunch is a shit, bro.
You know, I can't say I remember everything that happened that day, but definitely don't. But it was a good ass time.
So you could catch me and my girl there on Saturday nights. We're always there. Well, we were always there before COVID, you know. But yeah.
And then Sunday mornings.
We were at brunch.
Bro, one thing, bro. The last time we were there, we had like the worst service ever. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
I remember we were like our waitress was just wasn't coming to our table for some reason.
That day they were all new. They were all new. Like literally all of them were new. But we got the worst. We got the worst one. Yeah, of the new ones.
And I remember we paid like $50, and that's like the ticket, like you know.
That's even like gratuity involved, you know.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And I mean, you know, I'm fine with that. You know, the price is a very reasonable price. It's all you can eat, all you can drink.
Yeah.
But just like we weren't getting any type of service. I think we got maybe 2 pitchers that whole day.
Yeah.
Of mimosas.
But
like, we weren't even
the
drunk.
first pitcher, she brought it to us at the beginning. That was like our first like round, I guess you can say.
Right.
The second pitcher, the manager brought it over because we were like, "Yo, like, what the fuck?"
I was cool with one of the security guards.
Yeah.
There, and I told him that like they weren't coming to us at all that whole day, and he's like, "Yeah, let me just talk to them real quick." So I talked to him.
It had literally been like 2 hours, and then like on a normal time that we would have went, bro, we would have been like 10 drinks in already, like
real,
after
like,
2 hours.
Really though.
And that day we were like maybe 3 drinks in. Like I want to say maybe
anything,
like 2. I want to say
we only got like 1 round of food.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, I don't like the food there. I don't know if it's just me, but
I don't
really
like the
fuck
food when it's served to you, but when it's a buffet, I feel like the food's actually really good.
Hell yeah, the buffet was fucking smacking. That was before COVID.
That pozole, bang, and
bang.
Bro. And there's so much food, like you don't even know what to get at a certain point. You're just like, damn.
Yeah, because it's like the typical American breakfast and then the typical Mexican breakfast.
Yeah,
right.
And lunch too, because obviously it's a brunch. But that place,
I feel like we had a really good time there that first time.
Hell yeah, good ass times. Good ass times.
You know what else were other good times, man? When we went on vacation, you know.
Oh no, definitely. Bro. we took in like maybe like 2 or 3 vacations together, all of us.
Yeah.
The first one was to Miami, right?
Miami. Yeah. And like January 2017?
Yeah, it's 2017. I want to say when
we were like 19.
Yeah, we were. None of us were 20.
No, we were all
There was only
underage.
one person that was over 21.
I do remember that.
Okay, yeah, because I mean we had to get the beer from somewhere.
The craziest part about that trip, bro, is we paid $50 for a round trip to Miami.
Yeah,
we did.
It was so cheap.
$50 round trip. That's crazy, yo. Because I feel like that's like COVID price now for
Definitely,
like
bro.
for like
a flight
a
to LA is $100 right now.
Yeah,
round trip.
I swear to goodness, shit. I'm
crazy.
It's my phone. I might fucking book a flight right now. What do you mean? Nah, but it was cool because we got to see it for the first time. But I feel like not being 21 in Miami, it was kind of just
we didn't experience everything that we did.
It was a waste of time. Not a waste of time because we had fun, you know, but like we really couldn't fully experience like the whole experience in Miami, like going to the clubs, like all
nightlife,
that, you know?
all that. I mean, I feel like we did have a good time when we were shopping. I mean, one of the popular spots out there was Kith at the time, and I remember we were really excited to go there.
They had like just opened up, right?
Yeah, it just opened up. Yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah, that place is raw. I mean, I like Kith everywhere, but that one was really dope. We would go to we bought like maybe a 48 of beer, and then we had the first night we were there, we bought like 48 of beer. And then we ordered like 2 pizzas, and they ended up sending us like 4 or 5.
I think so. I remember that happening.
Like 4 or 5, and then bro, that's all we ate for the whole fucking trip.
That was a diet, bro, for the whole trip.
Whole fucking trip. I would wake up, bro. I'd open it first, just get some water or something, bro. Nothing, no water. There's fucking beer and cold pizza.
We were like, "Hey, you guys want to go eat breakfast?" They were like, "Yeah." And then this man gave me a slice of pizza and a Corona. I mean, I wasn't complaining at the time.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's all we fucking had.
It'd be 9 o'clock, and the only thing in our stomachs were Corona and pizza, man.
And Little Caesars pizza, which I mean, it's fire, but it's just pretty bad for you.
I thought we had like Domino's or some shit.
No, I think it was Domino's. Yeah, I think it was Domino's.
Whatever it was, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it still smacked, but fuck, bro. Like, how long were we there? Like 4 or 5 days?
Yeah, I want to say like five days.
Yeah, we were
5
there
days
for a while.
Yeah, and every fucking day we ate pizza and we drank beer. But low key, the games that we were playing, like stacking shit, bro, that shit was fun.
There was some good drinking games.
I got stacked like once, like the whole fucking 5 days.
That's definitely cap.
That's not cap.
Yeah,
bro.
I got my first Fortnite dub in Miami.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Hey, but never forget, he was like, if I get this Fortnite dub, all this Wendy's is on me. He never paid for the fucking one.
I definitely quick paid for that.
I did. I was like, I'm not gonna say shit because he's kind of happy that he got his dub, but I'm gonna need that Wendy's for free next time.
Nah, so I mean, I feel like Miami was definitely like a good experience for us, but
Yeah.
I feel like our best trip up to date was when we went to New York.
Yeah, definitely.
I love New York. Like
That's my second home right there, man.
No
If I could get away for the weekend, I'll definitely go to New York.
New York for no fucking reason, just go there.
So I remember, I think Jonathan couldn't get the days for work, like a day or two for work. So I remember you and me went there first. So we got there like maybe like a day or two before he did, but then Jonathan did meet us up that day.
Yeah.
2 days later.
We took that early flight, bro. Low key, like flights are not my thing, bro. I be getting scared as fuck.
I remember that. Because I was holding his hand on the flight to Miami.
Bro, like whoever the person in front of me is in the flight, like you're fucked, bro. Like I grab the seat when we're like taking off, and once like he pulls it back and we like go up, bro. Like man, my whole fucking body just like, man, it feels horrible. And I'll like grab on the seat in front of me and I'll just fucking just close my eyes and shit. But I be doing road trips now. I can't do no fucking.
Nah, I'd rather book a flight,
Yeah,
pay the money and get there within hours instead of being on the road.
Especially like in a tight ass car. Like if you drive in a car, bro, I can't be in a car that long. I need to move my legs around, man.
That's true. I don't know. I really like road trips, but no, definitely New York was by far like my favorite trip.
What was your guys' favorite part about New York?
I feel like for me it was like the set routine that we'd always have. So like we'd wake up, check the Round 2 page on Instagram, see what they have, go to Round 2, and then right next door there's this like bomb ass pizza place.
Yes, bro.
By the slice, that chicken bacon, that chicken ranch. Buffalo chicken ranch. Buffalo chicken ranch right next. It would always hit. I get like 2 slices, and that was probably the only thing we'd eat till like 9, 10. Or once we got back to the house, you know.
Cause then from there we would walk to Kith, and then from Kith we would go to like.
We were already in Soho.
We were in Soho at that
we'd
time.
Go to like Palace. What else was around there? I know the Stone Island store.
The Nike Lab.
Stadium Goods.
Stadium Goods, all that shit.
Babe.
Walking in that bitch.
I don't think we ever went to Babe.
We did.
We did. We went into Babe?
Yeah, we went.
We did go into Babe?
Yeah, we were waiting in line for Babe. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember. Some guy was trying to take a picture.
Yeah,
and then
he got kicked out.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I do remember that.
But I remember it was funny because I remember one time, like, we were already heading back home. And then we got home, like, to the Airbnb. And then we saw the Round 2 page. And they had, like, uploaded, like, a pair of Babe shorts that Jonathan wanted. And then we were just like... All right, we gotta go back. And I remember we did go back, bro.
But like I said, man, it was like a routine for us. Like we literally wake up, like we'd be all in bed, like not together, you know. But
no, definitely.
We'd be just like looking on the Round 2 page, and we'd always just like browse on their page, and shit. If we saw something we liked, be like, yeah, we gotta go back, even though we probably might not get it because they might not have it anymore.
Head out and everything. No, I feel like my favorite part about New York is how similar it is to Chicago, but like on a larger scale. Like it's like 5 Chicagos in one. Cause we would stay. Where did we stay?
We'd always stay in Brooklyn.
We'd
always stay in Brooklyn.
Take the J train to Manhattan.
Man, they had the whole ABC's train.
Yes,
we didn't even know what we were getting on.
I would let you guys do all the mapping.
Yeah, that shit was complicated when we first went.
Yeah, that was very complicated to get around.
It was very complicated.
Even though a lot of people say it's easy, I feel like for like a new tourist, it's very complicated.
It's super complicated. Here it's easy because it's like one rail, but over there it's like you're at this station. But there's like 5 different trains on 5 different platforms, so it's kind of fucked. Yeah, the trains, man, so complicated. But I honestly do not remember like paying for them at all.
Yeah, me neither.
We would just hop that shit, or if somebody was like leaving the train station, they would just like open that big ass door and everybody would just like fly in there.
Yo, there was this funny ass time I remember where it was you and me. We hopped the gate, but when I was gonna hop it, I remember the dude that like is usually always at the booth. He was there, but he was speaking to someone, so he wasn't really paying attention to us. So then I went to hop it, and my foot got stuck on the one of the railings, and I made a loud ass noise. And then I looked back, and the dude's looking right at me. And then instead of me being like, oh, never mind, I'm just gonna pay, I just fucking literally just jump again, and I make it over. So then at that point, like, I'm over here feeling like all scared, like, damn, like he saw me. So I remember I told you guys, and then we're like, well, we gotta get like on the first train that like passes by so that they won't catch us up. So we end up getting on the first train, bro, literally going the opposite direction of where we're staying at. Yeah. And then I remember like to get home was like an hour, like a hassle, because that train took us like literally like far as fuck.
I think it was the one train, and if you know what the one train is in New York, like it's pretty much the red line in Chicago. Yeah, and we did take that one train, bro, like far as shit for no reason. When I went so I obviously we went to New York together, but I went a second time with another set of homies, and they tried to jump it in like in a smaller station, so not like the big ass like stations and shit. It was like a very very small one, like very low key station where there's like always that person like pretty much checking it on everybody, that's going in. And I remember I had one swipe left, so I was like, fuck it, I might as well do it. I might as well use it. So I swiped, and then two of my homies jumped it, and then my third homie, he's like a little on the bigger side, and he like tried to crawl under the shit, and the dude like saw right away, and he's like, yo, like y'all gotta fucking pay, or I'm calling the cops. Like that can't be doing this shit here. Like I don't know who you guys think you are, but this shit doesn't fly over here. And it's like, it's just you got to be in one of the big ass stations.
Right, where there's like so much going on. So even if you do see them doing it, it's just kind of like at that point.
Yeah, even if they see you, they're like,
you can go after it, bro. You guys
like whatever. There's low key like 12 around sometimes, so you kind of got to be on it. But other than that, like you're damn near in the clear.
Yeah, I remember when we were all three of us, when I finally met you guys in New York, I was always scared to like jump in, so I'd always make sure that I was always like actually paying for it, because I was just too scared to like ever get caught up by 5-0. But I remember that I saw like some posts like not that long ago where like people were like looking out for people that were saying that there's people undercover cops like at the
like hanging around the
trains, just making sure like people weren't jumping in, because it was like a big thing in New York for a while.
They did have like, I remember watching like a whole fucking it was like a news section about how much money New York loses with like everybody jumping the train. It was like a big ass amount, but I mean over there, like you just gotta do what you gotta do. Nobody really pays for it. There's always like you always gotta jump it. And I remember when COVID had first started, there was like this post about some dude in New York how he was jumping it, but he like disinfected the side where he like holds on to jump it. I'm dead. That shit went like viral and shit. It was funny as fuck.
I feel like at least here in Chicago, it's like a lot of people just have like the U Pass, so like a lot of students. So it's just like you get the train for free, so like you don't really see too many people like jumping the train here in the city.
Have you tried to use it like after you came from school, or after you stopped using it for school?
I honestly haven't, because then like I would only use it like for school, and then after that like I would just drive everywhere. So there's like really no need for me to take the train anymore.
I feel that.
I feel like it's been like months since I used the trains, because I've worked literally like 10 minutes away from my house, so there's no need for me to like even get on the train at all. So I can't even remember the last time I even got on the train, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been a fat ass minute, low key.
I feel like especially with like COVID and everything happening, I wouldn't want to be on the train, because bro, the train is dirty as it is, like without pre-COVID, like it was dirty, like people like doing all types of shit on the train. So it's just
and they started
even now
like
with all that
cleaning them and shit. But
oh yeah, bro, they should have been doing that.
I was gonna say that they should have been doing that shit, but hey,
bro, the trains are disgusting, bro. Like I don't know, man. It's a different vibe in the train, man.
It's so definitely
post-COVID. Like no, like right now that we're still in it, like I'm definitely like drive everywhere. I don't want to take any type of public transportation.
Definitely drive everywhere. What's it called? I remember when I was in New York, we were supposed to do the second time around, we were supposed to go to Rolling Loud. Right. But we ended up like skipping it and like not go. I think we went the week after that. But did you guys who was in the lineup for that one?
Shit, I don't even know. I'm sure Rolling Loud always has a big lineup to begin with.
They have really big names.
Yeah, like they always have.
Pretty sure Travis Scott.
Yeah, I think he was like the headliner, or I think he was the headliner. Might actually. There was like a bunch of other people. I mean, Travis Scott, like you always see him headlining places, but did y'all ever like see him before he got big?
Yeah, so actually, my freshman year of college, I went to UIC. So there's this thing it's called Spark in the Park, and so it's basically like a free concert for any UIC student. So they have like big names, they have like a lot of openers, and like during that time when I was a freshman, they actually had Travis Scott. But this was like around like 2016, 2017, so he still wasn't like as popular as he is now. Yeah. So I remember like I was GA, so I was like obviously like in the crowd and everything, and I remember like not a lot of people knew his songs. They knew like his really hype songs, but as far as like his like older songs, like literally no one was singing to them. No one was like knew what was going on. So me being able to see him like when I was still a big fan at that time, it was a really dope experience. And I saw him for free. Like nowadays, like just to see Travis Scott, you need to pay like a good amount because I mean,
especially for GA.
Yes, he's like performing like at festivals and like etc. So. It was a dope experience.
Oscar, like, what would be like your favorite experience at a concert that you've been to?
I'm like a really big Joey fan, so I feel like, especially because it was my first concert, I feel like that was like my favorite concert that I've been to. I mean, there's been like other lit, like a lot more lit concerts that I've been to. Like we saw
Cardi concert,
Cardi at the Neon Tour. We saw Uzi at Lala. Lala's different. Like, it's a different kind of lit. But definitely like Joey. I feel like being a big fan of Joey and then like seeing him for the very first time and shit, like that shit was definitely dope. And it was like it wasn't many not many weeks after like they had the Steez Day over in New York, which we didn't go to. Which we didn't go to. We were like planning on like taking a trip over there, but we're like last minute we were like nah. They stopped doing Steez Day too. I don't know if y'all knew, but they stopped doing Steez Day because of like some legal shit with his like parents.
Yeah, I think his mom had took over his music. And she just didn't want any of that to like involve with him anymore.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Joey was taking the money and giving it to his mom, wasn't he?
I don't even know.
I don't know, but
there was like a whole drama around that.
Yeah, there was a big ass drama over Steez Day. Like that shit was crazy, and it's crazy because that Steez Day was like a couple of days. Steez Day, a couple of days before Steez Day is when X was talking about it, how he was gonna be there, and then like he passed away,
right?
Which is fucking crazy. But yeah, what about you guys? Like, best concert you've ever been to, pretty much.
I would say the best concert might have been like my first Travis one, but I do remember, speaking of Lollapalooza, I remember me and Jonathan went, and we specifically went just to see Travis that day, and he was performing at the Bud Light stage, and I remember we got there like around like 2-ish, like in the afternoon, and I remember he was not performing until like 8 or 9, so we were literally there from like anywhere from 5 to 6 hours, like just like holding in, having to go to the bathroom, and there's so many people like pushing on you, especially because we were like pretty close to the front. We were by like the gate, so we were like by the side gate. So just like we were like holding on to that, which was dope. But like other than that, like if you're like in the middle, like I don't know how people do it because so many people are pushing. Like there's all types of stuff. People trying to get to the front, so there's like all types of fights happening. And not even that, bro. Like it's super hot during that time, so it's like we would literally see like hella people like fainting next to us.
So you guys didn't like even go out to get water or anything?
Nah, like once we got there, we literally ran straight to Bud Light. We saw like four like performances that we didn't even want to see. Yeah. But we knew that Travis was gonna close there, so we're like, fuck it. And I think it was a couple of days before he was dropping Astro World too.
It was the night before.
Yeah, it was
like,
the night before.
It
was the night before. Yeah, he was dropping it at midnight, and I remember like we were just like, fuck it, like. We're staying here no matter what happens. Like we're
staying. We're not moving. No one's getting in front of us.
Nowhere. Hell yeah. What was like the best song that he performed? Well, not the best song like in your opinion, but the song that everybody was like, oh shit, like lit as fuck.
I feel like it was probably Mamacita, honestly. That's probably one of his most lit songs, and like when he played it, like everyone was just turned, like,
turned as fuck, especially with the bass drops.
Yeah,
everyone's going crazy, bro.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I'll probably say my favorite concert was probably when Kid Cudi came to Chicago at the Aragon, and then like surprisingly he brought out Kanye. Like Kid Cudi came to like the crowd and he got close to the fence, and I was literally on the fence around that time. I was with like a couple of my friends and I actually got to touch Kid Cudi,
Pause.
Pause. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was probably my favorite concert. He was really into it. Like the whole fans were into it. But yeah, I saw Playboi Carti too at I forgot what that one venue right off the Damon Blue Line. I think it's called Double Door actually. I think it's called Double Door. But yeah, RIP to them because they're no longer around. But yeah, it was before when Red Bull used to do one of those like really like cheap concerts.
Yeah.
So I literally saw Playboi Carti before he was big for like $5, and it was pretty dope. I was with my brother and a couple of our friends. So we almost got into a fight that night too. But
for real?
Yeah, one of our friends was a twin. He was getting into it with a couple of like older guys, and they were pushing him, and like we just weren't going, you know. But we actually just didn't fight that night. So
speaking of that, bro, I feel like there's something always going on, like either at concerts or like festivals, or like especially like here in Chicago, festivals. Like we have like Taco Fest, we have Michelada Fest, we have Division Fest, and like there's something always going on. I feel like there's always like a really good crowd of people that are trying to have fun, but then there's also like that bad crowd of people that are just like looking for trouble. Like a lot of shiesty people, just to be honest.
Yeah. I feel like there's shiesty people all the time for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, bro, why'd you come, you know?
Like, just to start a fight, bro. But the thing is, like, they're just, like, staring at you. They're mean-mugging you just because they want to see a reaction.
You're literally on the side not doing shit. And you're, like, over here trying to dance with some shorty. And,
right,
like,
just trying to have fun.
Just mean-mugging, like, bro.
Thing, bro. And
yeah,
just
like, go.
Like, you can't even be with your boys because, like, they're just going to be there, like, oh, what the fuck these guys are.
Yeah, like, checking us and shit. Like, for what, bro?
Like, we're not even from around, like, that area. So, like, we don't know.
Especially for the Division Fest, like, the amount of shiesty people there were there is fucking insane because... Man, the music that was being played wasn't even like what kind of music was it?
It was like a house.
Yeah, it was like more like a house.
Electro. Like
I have really never
like an EDM, like an EDM type of crowd. So
I never really got into like house music. Nobody ever like put me onto a playlist.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to get at. Like I feel like I need a good playlist to listen to, like jam it in the car and shit, and then like I might like get into it because I know that. Music House Fest is like a really, really big one.
Yeah, that's like downtown. I think at Grand Park. I want to say.
Yeah,
I've never been to one, but like I know a lot of people that like we're friends with, and like they're always there. You know, having a good time.
Always there, low key. What's another fest?
Just real quick about Division Fest. If Jonathan, you want to tell them like that one incident that happened with us?
No, it wasn't at Division Fest. It was at I think it was at Taco Fest. Where Taco Fest had ended already, so I think we're just gonna go drink at one of our friends' house. And we're standing in front of the liquor store, right in front of
La Vaca.
Yes, sir.
Everyone knows that spot, man. It used to be a lot better than it is now, but it's all right. It's a vibe.
Yeah, we were just standing there with a couple. Like I think a couple of us were standing outside,
and we were with girls too.
Yeah, and then two of our friends went inside to get like the liquor we were gonna drink and shit, you know. And out of nowhere, like these game bangers came up to us and they just like tried causing problems. You know, they were just trying to check us and shit and. You know, we weren't gonna back down. You know, like we're like fuck that. Like we're not some like punks. You know, like we're not gonna let people like run us out of here. You know. Yeah. But we walked to our friend's house and luckily like she had people at her crib and like they pulled up on them and
she got squashed.
Yeah, she got squashed real quick, bro.
Yeah, it was just unnecessary. It was just really unnecessary drama that we could have definitely avoided. But you know, shit.
And I feel anyone that's from Chicago, I feel like they have that one story where it's like. Oh, I got checked, you know, and it's all for the wrong reasons. Especially, I hate when it happens to people that like don't look like they're into any of that side, and it's just like they're just picking on the wrong people. Yeah. But I feel like at least for us, I feel like what made them like kind of like interested in us was because like Jonathan's all tatted up, and his brother's all tatted up. So I feel like once they see that, it's just kind of like, oh, like let me just go try to mess with them
real
because
quick,
like I see that, you know.
Like, facts. Like, have you ever got checked like with a car next to you and shit? Has it ever happened to y'all?
No, I haven't.
I feel like, especially having like tints on my car, like that's happened to me once, and bro, I think that's like that's why I don't have like 5% tints. I only have 20% tints because like if you can't see at all in the car, it just makes you look like that much more shiesty.
Right. Shit, I got checked downtown, like literally right outside from school. I was getting some snacks before I was going into class. Yeah. And I was at the 7-Eleven, and this guy behind me, he's like, "What you is?"
Hey,
and this and that.
people downtown that try to check, bro. Like, bro, you're downtown.
We're downtown, bro.
Like, you're not
check
hard,
someone
bro.
in the hood, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you're
somewhere
not
you know
hard,
people are hanging out, bro. Not downtown.
Not downtown.
Like,
that's
going
just
to
so
work,
fucking late.
Bro, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. You're over here trying to check something.
Right.
Like, get the fuck out of here with that
I
shit.
just went into Walgreens and bought a calculator. Like, I ain't trying to hear your shit.
Motherfuckers still got the eye crust in them and shit.
Yeah,
I can't even
bro.
see
Like,
you,
bro,
G.
shut the fuck up. I haven't even had my coffee. Like, shut your ass up, bro. I don't even be like, when they check me downtown and shit, I'll just like keep walking, bro. Like, I did have one of my homies though. He was telling me that he was like with his girl and his girl's two younger brothers, and they were at the tree at the when they do like the Christmas tree and shit, the Christmas lights, and they were gonna like light the tree up. And like maybe like 2 minutes before, like they got checked and like, bro, it was like a bunch of people that just like jumped them and shit.
No way.
Yeah,
yo.
just like right under the tree too, like just fucking swung on him.
And it's supposed to be like a time of giving and being friendly.
Motherfuckers over here fucking trying to throw hands and shit. Because I don't know, like he has no tats. I know his girl has some tats, but I mean it's just a girl, so it's like you're not gonna check somebody over a girl. And then the other two are like. They're like, what, 15 and 16? So it's like, I guess because it was 3 guys, like, oh shit, like, we're going to check these dudes. And bro, like, he got swung on, like, got his ass beat. Like, they took one of her brother's shoes, but they were like some crusty ass, like, old ass Air Forces. And they like took him away from him. They ran and then they fucking threw him back. They were like, oh, like we don't want these shits. That's just unnecessary ass shit.
Very unnecessary, honestly.
That's why I hate like when motherfuckers try to like check me downtown and shit. Like, bro, like that's just dead. Like I'm not even gonna pay attention to you. Like you're just goofy as fuck for that.
Sure. Jonathan, what was your inspiration or like what kind of led you to like? Because I know you're like really tatted up. You know, I know you got your legs tatted. Like you got like 2 sleeves. So like
honestly, I don't know. Like, I've grew up with very strict parents, so it's kind of like hard for us to like, for me and my brothers to like want to get tatted. But I feel like once you got that first one, like getting tatted is like really an addictive thing. So like once I got that first one, like within like 6 months, I got a whole arm, and then I got my whole arm done, and then like probably like a couple months after, I got my whole other arm done, and I don't know, it's just something cool. Like I feel like tattoos is something that allows you to represent yourself. That allows you to express yourself through like art, you know, and like it's pretty dope just getting like stuff tatted on you. Like, do you guys plan on like ever getting tatted, or like what's your guys' perspective?
You're about to get one soon.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna get one for my birthday. I'm gonna get a Virgin Mary on my leg, so I'm excited for that. What about you? Are you planning on getting anything?
Yeah, so I want to get one like also on my leg. I'm not sure like which one yet, but I mean that I'll choose that like last minute. But I kind of want to get pretty much like, so I played high school damn near all my life. So I kind of want to
soccer. High school soccer?
Soccer. My bad. I played soccer all my life, and up to like, what was it? Senior year of high school was when I stopped playing like in a team and like pretty much collectively. And I kind of want to get like a little kid like sitting on a ball with like my jersey number on it and just like looking at like a field like on some pad shit. But I'm honestly, I just want to find somebody to design it, like to draw it out,
like exactly how you want it, right?
Like how I'm like envisioning it. And I've hit like a couple of people up, like, yo, like, can you do this? And a couple of my homies, like, they draw and shit. So I'll tell them, I'll be like, yo, like, I kind of have like this idea for a tattoo, so can you like help me out and shit? But they haven't got back to me. As soon as they get back to me, I'm gonna just like choose one and just run it.
Do you guys feel like you guys will like be on like the hiding side of it, or like you guys will hide it from your parents, or like how would your parents react to you as being tatted?
I feel like at this point it's like my parents just kind of like, they know. I mean, like there's not really much they can tell you. You know, you're an adult at this point, and I know I brought it up to them recently. I was just like, you know, like for my birthday, I'm gonna get a tattoo. So if you see me walking in here with a tattoo, don't be surprised. And they're just kind of like, I mean, at least you're letting me know beforehand, so I'm not like completely too shocked. So they were honestly pretty cool with it. They're like, what do you want to get? So I showed them like the picture that I'm trying to get, and they're like, I mean, at least it's like something like a little religious, like the Virgin Mary, at least something like that. Not nothing like putting like the funniest thing on me.
Like, my whole sleeve was dedicated to my family, like my 2 brothers, my parents, and my mom. My parents, like, you know, and I feel like so that like when my parents first saw me tatted, they weren't as mad because it was for them, you know.
Right.
But I feel like my mom was still kind of disappointed because like they always kind of saw tattoos as like
a bad thing.
Like a bad thing for us, you know.
I feel like a little bit like they kind of worry because like you're also in a city where like all that shit's like looked down upon. You feel me?
Like, for sure.
Like
not even just in the city. Like I feel like a lot of jobs like look down on people who have tattoos. You know, where like they're like, oh, they're tatted, we're not gonna hire them. But like luckily we're in a society where like people are, like companies are finally like realizing that like tattoos aren't that bad. Tattoos are not gonna define what a person is able to like do for your company.
Or like their worth ethic, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like another thing, I feel like Mexican parents, like I feel like that has like a big toll on kind of like if you how tattoos are like looked upon.
No, yeah, because back in their home is just
back in their home
it's like gang bangers, like the people who are causing trouble in their towns are the people who are tatted, you know. So like when they came over here, they're like, oh, like tattoos are bad. I don't want my sons and daughters getting tattoos, you know. So I see that from their perspective, but also you have to realize that like the society we live in is no longer.
It's a lot different.
It's a lot different compared to how when they were finally like growing up and shit, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah, 100%.
Jonathan, for someone they're gonna get their first tattoo, what's some advice you would give them? A lot of people be talking about like the pain, being nervous, all that, bro. That's something I definitely thought about for sure.
Honestly, for me, the best thing that worked was just making sure you have a good meal before you eat. You know, like having enough like food in your body that allows you, like, cause you're gonna bleed out a lot. And secondly, like I would just say like try to find something that's gonna distract you from hearing the needle like pressing on your skin and shit, because it hurts. It depends where you get it, but like majority of the time it hurts, you know. So yeah.
What can you describe it to, the pain?
Shit. I just feel like it's something like you're just getting stabbed like multiple times while you're getting tatted.
I feel like
honestly, for me is like when I got tatted, like compared to my brothers, I like the shadow that they do, like they're inside, like the actual
like when they shade.
The shading. My brothers are opposite, where they like the outline better than the shading. But for me personally, I like the shading better because I just feel it's better. But shit, everyone has their own different opinions on it, you know.
Do you think you have all like black tattoos, right?
Like, no. My arms are all black and
your skin tone.
Yeah, my skin tone, but the ones on my legs, they actually have color on it. So
okay.
But yeah,
there's really no like difference, right? Like, do they use the same machine to do like?
No, yeah, it's the same machines to do the shading, but you're getting color on it. There's no big difference.
I feel like with my leg, I feel like it won't hurt.
No, honestly, I would recommend getting your legs tatted. Like,
it's
such a soothing feeling compared to like getting tatted on your arms and your chest and your biceps, because that's when you really feel the pain. But
your ribs and shit.
Yeah.
When are the hand tattoos coming?
Shit, soon, man. Soon. Once I got the money for it, you know.
The hand tats.
Yo, I can just imagine how that one hurts, bro. Because, you know, it's very bony during that area,
super fucking bony. Super fucking bony.
But do you think, would you recommend people to, like, I know a lot of people say, like, they smoke while getting tatted or, like, they drink before they get tatted?
No, I think they, like, tattoo artists tell you, like, not to come in while you're drunk because, like, you're gonna bleed more, right? You're gonna bleed way more than, like, you would when you're like just completely sober. So it's like I said, just literally just have a good meal before you go. Try to find something that distracts you. Honestly, I was always on my phone. I was listening to music. So
right.
You never feel like passing out?
At first when he's doing the lining, yeah, but like after that, like I would just distract myself.
I would like you get used to it too. Right?
Yeah, you would get used to it, and you wouldn't even look at your arm anymore. Like wherever you're getting tatted, I would just look away because it should be stinging, you know.
Shit. I'm probably gonna go when you go. There's no cap.
Bro.
I just got, like I said, I just gotta find somebody to like design it, for me.
As far as smoking goes, though, like, do you guys smoke regularly, or like what's up with that with you guys?
I don't smoke at all no more.
No, yeah, I used to be more of a smoker than a drinker, but once I had the bad trip that I had one time, I was out eating with a friend and I had dropped him off, and He had a pen and he's like, oh, just take one more hit before you drop me off. So I took one, you know, I was like, whatever. So I took like one of the biggest hits I've ever taken in my life, and I got home and I was laying in bed and I couldn't breathe. Like I felt like my mouth was getting like smaller. My throat actually was getting smaller and smaller, and I started having a panic attack, and like I started throwing water in my face, trying to sober up, and like after I was scared, bro. I thought I was gonna die.
Yo, yeah,
get that man some water, man.
Yeah, so I just tried googling what gets you on high, like whatever. So
I heard people say drinking milk. I don't know.
So I just started throwing cold water in my face. I was gonna take a shower, but it was really late, man. I didn't want to wake my parents up, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just stick through it. So I took it like a champ.
I had one time where I was at a homie's house and he was kind of like, oh, like let's hit the zong. I was like, fuck it. So we hit it, and maybe like 2 minutes after, he's like, oh, like let's hop on FIFA. I was like, fuck it, like let's play. We went to the living room. I like sat on the couch. We're about to start playing, and I don't know why, like I was like looking at some shit and I blinked, and right when I like opened my eyes, bro, like everything was just like weird, like everything was kind of like moving side to side and shit, and bro, like the weirdest fucking shit ever. And then I had a second bad trip at it was your birthday party.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I remember.
So it was kind of like in the backyard, and I literally like took a hit, and what's it called? I just my lips started getting dry, and my fucking I just like kept on thinking about my mouth being dry. Right. So I asked one of the girls, I was like, yo, like you got water bottles or anything? And she's like, yeah, like I'll be right back. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm like waiting there and shit, and the more like time passed, the more I was thinking about it. So I was like, fuck, like I'm gonna start tripping again like last time.
I'm done, yo.
And bro, I did, and like I literally like I blinked, and I was like, bro, everything was like moving and shit. My fucking I felt like I wasn't like in my body, bro. Like the weirdest shit ever. I was like, nah, like I can't do this smoking shit no more. But it's because I hadn't like between those two times.
You hadn't smoked in a long ass time.
A long ass time. Like the last time I had smoked before the second time I tripped was like maybe like 2-3 years.
That's crazy.
So, and I try to like hit the fucking blunt like I used to, like when I was like in high school.
Huffing and puffing.
Yeah, bro. Like I was like, oh, like I'm a veteran on this shit. I was like, I'm a vet at this shit. So I took like a big ass fucking hit and just like, man, started tripping, bro. I was like going up and down the alley, just.
I remember that, bro.
Just fucking laps and shit.
I remember that was like throughout the whole party, like everyone was asking where you're at and just walking back and forth.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, I was like, don't look at me, bro. I'm tripping right now. What about you?
I would say like the first bad experience that I had, and the only bad experience was when we were actually in New York. I remember Jonathan had he had a cart on him, but he had brought it like by accident. I remember, right? Like, it was like in his pants or something like that. So he brought it by accident, and it's crazy because TSA didn't even catch it. And I remember they were like all up in his luggage like during that time. So whatever, he brought it right, and so like our first thing was like, okay, like do we have a pen, a battery to put it in? So we look up on Google, bro, and like sure enough, like literally a block away, there's a 24-hour smoke shop.
Smoke shop.
Yeah, so we're like, all right, bet, like, let's go. So me and him went. I remember you stayed in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
So we went, bro. Dude, literally, we showed him the cart. He's like, yup, I got you right here, $8. We bought it. But like the next step was like, you know, let's get some munchies because we know like when we smoke, you know, like you're gonna get hungry afterwards. So obviously, you know, we're going the way to like, I think we went to like a CVS or something. We bought like a bunch of snacks. We're like hitting it on the way there. And like, bro, I'm hitting this pen like it's a blunt. Like I'm taking like long ass hits. Like,
that was your first time?
Hitting a pen, yeah. That's my first time hitting a pen. So I'm like taking long ass hits. Like I don't know. I didn't know any better, you know, obviously me, right? So I literally take anywhere from like 10 to 12 like big ass hits. So by the time we get back to the Airbnb, I remember we didn't have any lights on. I remember you had like some crazy YouTube video like of like climbing,
parkour, climbing towers
like big ass buildings, bro. So I'm over here and I just start thinking, bro, and I start thinking about how he's like basically like in some way like smuggled a cart, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking about like it's dark as hell, and so bro, my heart starts beating like hella fast, bro. And like I don't want to freak you guys out, so I don't say anything yet. So I'm just like staring, and then finally I'm like, yo, low-key, I need to tell these guys. So I'm just like, I remember I said something like, yo, guys, my heart's beating hella fast. And like, I remember you guys just looking at me like, bro, like, you're fine. You know, like, you guys didn't expect that from me. Because whenever we would smoke, I would always be chill, like, just laughing, like, vibing. So that was like, so then I just remember, like, it felt like it lasted like 30 minutes, but it was really only like 5 minutes. But I remember my heart pounding and like me just trying to like regain myself, you know, like just trying to take deep breaths. So
I remember when you were like so scared for me. You were like, man, like I thought you were gonna get like stopped by the TSA.
You're gonna go to jail.
You're gonna go to jail, but nah, shit, we're just chilling, you know.
But yeah, so then I got over it, you know, and like I mean, it tried to hit me like throughout the rest of my time, but I was just like trying to keep my composure, bro.
Just breathe.
I remember we started watching like some funny videos, so that helped me out a lot.
I think we were watching Nelk over there. Yeah. Nelk is funny as fuck.
I would say I definitely prefer drinking now more than I do smoking. Definitely. I feel like that's just a better vibe for us, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I haven't smoked in like 2-3 years now. It's been a run. I'm done with that though, but.
We healthy boys on this side.
That's a fact, yo. We drink a gallon of water a day. All
that. Yeah, yes, sir. We do now. But thank you guys for tuning into the second episode of the Three-Peat podcast. Thank you for coming, Jonathan.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank you. I'll be back a couple more times. You know,
that's a fact, bro.
Y'all willing to have me.
And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Peace.
All right, guys. Have a good one.